Alright. I am being pessimistic. The reason I'm being pessimistic is because I know I cannot possibly manage to win this today. The reason being that I need to go in about 20 to 25 minutes. You'll be able to assess how well I judge that by the point at which this video ends. But, yeah. The thing is, I also know I'm very unlikely to make it that far, largely because, yeah, this account does only have 4 health. I could alternatively go and grind up that health elsewhere. For anyone wondering, I have discussed the reasons for the amount of health I use. So typically this should be done with 5 health. Where do I have that 1 extra imagination from? Where do I have that 1 extra imagination from? Anyway, yeah, so typically this should be done with 5 health. The reason I'm doing this with 4 is, the reason it should be done with 5 to begin with, the reason why that was the challenge I set myself was because 5 is the amount of HP you should naturally have if you're doing this run straight out of Avant Gardens, which is like, it's just the idea. Basically, the question was, could you beat Avant Garden Survival in hardcore, Avant Garden Survival, Battle Infestation with hardcore LU rules if you hadn't done any preparation before getting to an infestation? Would it be possible? The answer, I'm fairly certain, is yes. Now, like, I don't think it's really a question anymore of whether or not it's possible. I think it almost certainly is. It's just not going to be easy. But yeah, so I could. So yeah, that's why you should have 5 health, because 5 health is the maximum amount of health you can have. Well, more or less, it's the maximum amount of health someone is likely to have having done the quest chain up to here. It's not the maximum amount of health you can have, however. You can actually manage to leave Avant Gardens with a grand total of 6 health. The reason why I am not doing this is because that is a pretty large grind. You need to smash a large number of enemies. I forget what it is. I think the achievement Smash Them All 4, something like that, and that gets you 1 extra health. So you could, in theory, come into this having 6 health. There are definitely places in this where it would really help to have 6 health as well. Just want that noted. No one I've actually reached yet, but, well, I mean, I'm sure the extra health would make every part of this easier, but the one place where it will in particularly change strategies and make gameplay a lot faster would be in handling elite spiderlings. That will significantly change strategies for that. But for now, but yeah, so the reason then why I'm starting this on 4 health, so if that's the reasoning why I do this challenge with 5 health, so why am I then doing this, having spent all that time arguing exactly why 5 health is the amount of health I want to be doing this on? Why am I only on 4? Well, the reason for this is, again, Smash Them All. So I am not expecting to manage to pull this off anytime hugely soon. I'm expecting there will be a lot of playthroughs in between successes, or before the first success. And because of that, like, I've got to be... because of that, I've got to bear in mind that I almost certainly will manage to get Smash Them All 4 or whatever it is in my playthrough. In fact, that's what happened on the first account I started practicing this on, was I had to basically delete that account because I'd managed to get Smash Them All. The thing was, on that server I had admin, so not quite a complete admin, but like I had sufficient perms that I was able to set my level. Don't have that on this server. I've moved over to this server for a couple of reasons, but a large one which is quite useful, being the fact that all the nav meshes are in place here, or at least I don't think all of them are. I don't think Avant Garden Survival has nav meshes on here, but I I know that... Yeah, I know that Battle Limber Station has nav meshes here, and really that's all I need. All I need for this challenge anyway. So yeah, that's what brings us here. That's what brings me to having full health. And nav meshes, they're not a be-all and end-all thing. There are actually other reasons why I decided to move the challenge over here. But, well, in part, it's quite nice to have it moved over here because I can verify very easily. Other people on the server, or the server owner, can easily verify that I do not have admin, and therefore this is legitimate. Only downside, well, the only real downside here is not what I wanted. Really not what I wanted. I mean, it's fine, but it's not ideal. Yeah, the only downside being the fact that I actually have to pay for all of the healing cherries I use. Oh, come on, how did I de-aggro you? Might as well get a little bit of practice with... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's weird, and I'm just going to do that. And then this fight. Why am I doing this? I'm dead. Oh! Okay, I complete... Oh no! Ah, okay. Full health really does change this strategy. That and 6 health wouldn't be enough to make Elite Dark Spiderlings doable. I'd need 7 health for using standard. Okay, so this is actually really good. This is going to get me practice effectively fighting Elite Dark Spiderlings. Having full health here, which is good because they're like the only enemy really which I'm uncertain about at the moment. Every other enemy I am confident I can defeat safely, and yeah, all that. Elite Dark Spiderlings are the ones that I am most likely to die to at the moment, I feel like. They do the same, their range attacks do the same amount of damage if I recall correctly, but their lunge attack deals 3 damage instead of 2 damage, which basically means normally I would tank 2 hits from them, because I have 5 health, that'd be fine. With the Elite Dark Spiderlings, I won't be able to do that because they do, sorry, the normal Spiderlings do 2, Elite Dark Spiderlings do 3, and I obviously, if I've got 5 health, I can't take 2 3 damage hits. But fighting on an account that actually is 4 health is going to be a really, really good proxy. Wait a second, does these being confined to the floor mean that they can't hit me when I ground pound them from above? If that's the case, that changes strategies for taking out groups of stromlings quite significantly. Should test that at some point. I was wondering if I could dodge that. Not my greatest move, but you know, it works. Okay, now I'm going to test this. Oh, I'm just not going to. I was actually fairly likely to die there. That would have been a stupid death. Not a stupid, but an incredibly on-brand death. Actually, that is just stupid deaths. Stupid deaths are on brand for me. In any form, at any time, and any place. ideally on Lego Universe, though, I don't think I've yet had a stupid death IRL. Don't know, can't actually confirm because of the memory wipe after each death. It's a bit of a rip, but or rather, the fact that memory wipes after each death are consistent with my with all measurements that I can possibly make, which is a little bit troublesome if I want to empirically rule out or rule in the afterlife. And yeah, as always, that's what this has become. It's become a question of, can Ninja rule out the afterlife? Good LU stream. Yeah. LU stream? I'm not streaming. LU video. But I probably can stream this now, which is going to be really nice. I've changed up my settings, and it is so... I can, like, actually... I hope I am recording. Yes, I am. I can, like, actually record... I'm in the really wrong place. I can record and, like, have it be smooth now, whilst I'm playing, which makes life so much better. So we're taking on fire from all directions. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, so basically I've got to do the spiderlings differently to how I normally would. Everything else should remain the same, like these guys, the strats will be identical to what I would normally use. Just do that as always. And alright, now time to come off a new strat for this guy. That's annoying. So honestly, I feel like a good strat is simply just to heal up. I mean, it's going to take a lot more than I would like, but... Yuck. Necessary noises with Ninja. What is that targeting there? Awful. I've thus far dealt 2 damage. I could have perfectly safed this and dealt more damage. What? What is going on? Okay, I nearly got absolute juked, man. I think I literally have dealt 4 damage so far. You know what, I'll take doing 1 extra damage. Let's not get hit by that. Better than usual. Okay. So yeah, this is more or less the new strat. There is absolutely nothing intelligent to it in any way, shape or form. It's literally the same as the old strat, except just incredibly expensive. As I say, I won't actually need to use this for dark spiderlings in the future, but I do for now. And I will... This is so annoying. I will need it for elite dark spiderlings. Fortunately, we don't have too many rounds with them, if I recall correctly. That was so annoying. That was just stupid. Okay. Oh, heal. I didn't get that heal off in time. I think maybe I want to start healing at 2 health significantly more. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's something I used to do, heal at 2 health more. And that was because like I'd heal once I'd taken 3 damage, and now I'm healing once I'd taken 3 damage, and that's leaving me weak. Yeah, that was actually awful. So I'm wondering if I completely redo the spiderling strategy for now at any rate. It's seeming like that might be a better idea than what I'm currently doing. So I do have my standard strategy for taking out something that's difficult, which is just run around in circles or like do flybys at it. Basically. It seems like that might be the best idea I have available at the moment. Oh, I'm bad. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, I guess nothing really interesting for the first couple of rounds. It's just going to be... I'm just going to honestly like hemorrhage healing cherries. It's the annoying thing. Handling those mechs. Not mechs. Dark spiderlings. Where's the actually? When you're not taking the battle as serious as you might be. 500. 1,000. Okay, this isn't terrible. I'm wondering if I might just go and do Avant-Garde and Survival actually. Just grind that up. So I'm fairly certain they count. Because I guess I don't actually have any good weapons to grind that up with. Because I sold all of them to buy more healing cherries. And the reason it's taking me so many healing cherries is that I don't have enough health. It's quite funny. Just to put myself in a bit of a corner there. Yeah, I could always... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll get it relatively quick here. Although, actually, Avant-Garde does have the benefit... Avant-Garde Survival doesn't have this, but Avant-Garde has the benefit of I can build turrets whose shots count for me. Which might be a good way of grinding for Smash and all. Because really, they're... I guess... It would be like, what? On the order of 10 or so attempts of this? So, sure, in a reasonable run I should get like 10 enemies. Sorry, 100 enemies. Because it's on the order of 10 enemies per round. I guess that's a little bit optimistic where I'm at the moment. It's not that it's like 10, 20 enemies per round. So I would have to get to like... at least like... probably over to the Stromling Pirate Waves. So I need to get past Muggle Blotch. And Muggle Blotch obviously puts a dent in that average because, you know, it's one enemy for that entire round. Hey there. Shame I haven't jumped on a bouncer yet. This game. Otherwise I would have had a delayed ground pound there. I'm just going to de-aggro this guy, take on the mech on its own. Yeah, man. Might get close enough that the mech will see me. I know those guys will, yeah. Okay, mech didn't, that's fine. going over here should de-aggro both of those. And now can re-aggro them one at a time, as usual. Saw that other one like run over. It was just the idling AI, but it really confused me for a second. So it's like, no, you're not meant to start moving this early. You know when you're meant to move, and that wasn't then. There's got to be one strongling around the back I've missed. Seems fairly likely. Oh, anyway, is anyone... Okay, I'll fight this guy and then head, because it's anyone who is keeping track of my promised timekeeping. Or have noticed. I am overdue heading out. It's going at least better than it was before. I've really got to work out though how I'm going to like properly make use of the enemy movement AI, because thus far I'm like I'm competent at abusing their attack AI. Actually, staying to fight for a little bit longer there helps. But I'm not anywhere near as confident at abusing their movement AI. To help me. And with that, going to unfortunately have to call it mid-run. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope I enjoy you, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.